Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Cold Waters. This is our first video of the series. We're going to start here in the South China Sea, year 2000. I personally like the SeaWolf class, based on their armament. I'm just going to go through all the starting slides super quick. That way we can get started into the game. Alright, tactical situation. A wolf pack of enemy attack submarines have been operating in and around the Sumatra Strait between Japan and the Korean Peninsula, where they have been terrorizing coastal shipping lanes as part of Beijing's strategy to starve Japan and South Korea into regaining their support for the United States in this conflict. You must therefore transit to this area and conduct an ASW sweep of the area before the enemy has a chance to escape. Avoid any civilian casualties. It's pretty easy to do. Let's see here, we've got... I'm gonna take these out. I don't normally use those. I like to have the tomahawks in case we need them. So we start out in Guam, and we're gonna head out up near the Sea of Japan. Hopefully get that enemy submarine that's sitting off the coast of South Korea. Alrighty. So 600 feet, heading 141, speed 20 knots, is clear day in the afternoon.
On sonar, lost contact. Last bearing 16.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Let's see here, 141. Let's see what we're getting here.
Come left to 000. Helm I.
Don't see anything yet. We can go a little faster.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots. Con, helm, steady course.
depth 5 feet.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Well, seeing as we can't find anything, I'm gonna come up to periscope depth, which is 4 or 5 feet for this game.
Con sonar, new contact. Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Here it is.
Come left to 182. Helm aye.
It looks like this.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Upscope. Raise the ESM mast. Raise the radar mast. Lower the radar mast.
Surface, so let's see, where is he hiding? He's at about 200 feet. So let's make our depth about 200 feet.
Make depth 200 feet. Dive by.
And there it is.
Shoot 2-1. Con sonar, Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Yeah, it knows it's screwed up.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 196. Contact breaking up. Con, helm, steady course.
Now the question is if there's any others in the area.
Con, torpedo room. Tube 1 ready.
Con sonar, switching to active search. Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots. Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
Doesn't seem like we have anything else. So, oh, there was one. Very pleased to see that you dealt with those subs with determination and resolve, Commander. Remember that for every enemy vessel we take out, it means a safer transit for our troops and transports. Good work. New orders will be sent on this downlink soon. Alright. Tactical situation. Intelligence estimates indicate that enemy commandos will land from Submarine in the vicinity of Spratly Islands within the next week. You are to intercept and eliminate them before they land. That's easy enough. Let's continue course and let's head down to the Spratly Islands. That's not a submarine. Contact 359. Our heading is 36. We have a weak thermal layer and weak surface duct.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 359. Designated Sierra 1. Con sonar.
Upscope.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 162. Designated Sierra 3. Con sonar, new contact bearing 338. Designated Sierra 4.
Alright, Sierra 1, bearing 000. That's not here. Master 3 is bearing 163. Oh, there it is. Looks like a merchant vessel. Sierra 2 is 308, but we probably won't see him, seeing as we can't even see Sierra 1.
Downscope.
This.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Make depth 100 feet, dive high.
See what this guy is. Looks
Con
like
sonar,
escort.
Sierra 1 is classified as escort. Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Con, dive at 100 feet, dive high.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 332. Contact faded. Con sonar, Master 3 is classified as merchant. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 330. Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as merchant. Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as escort. Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Let's see here.
Make depth 300 feet. Dive I.
I really don't want to deal with these guys, so I'm just gonna try and go deep, go fast, and get out of here.
Make turns for 10 knots. Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering I. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots. Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering I. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 20 knots.
Passing 300 feet.
Make turns for 35 knots. Maneuvering I.
As long as we know where they're going, we don't have to worry about them. We're underneath this layer. So what that means is when
Con,
there's
dive
sound
at
that's
600
going
feet. Dive
up to
I.
the surface, it's going to bounce off of this layer. And normally it's a thermal barrier where the upper temperature can be 5-10 degrees difference, and that difference makes a lot. Looks like they kind of know where I am.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 4.35 knots.
Although I'd love to shoot them just to get them away. There is no gain for it other than more tonnage, and tonnage isn't key in this game. The key is to complete the missions. You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 189.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 195.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Shoot 2-5. Aye, sir.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 088. Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 210. Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 200.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 195. Contact breaking up.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Let's get those two loaded and then we'll get out of here. Where are we at? Alright.
Make depth 100 feet, dive aye. Con, torpedo room, tube 5 ready.
This must be a glitch up here because it shouldn't be there. I think that's our sub. So I'd like to get out in these deeper waters for better handling. Oh, let's see. Bearing 356. Very strong surface duct, strong thermal layer. Alright.
Con, sonar, new contact, bearing 356. Designated.
Make turns for 10 knots. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 247, designated Sierra 3. Con, sonar, Sierra 1 is...
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
I'm really surprised I can hear these two. Well, let's see. Their DB is 165, so it getting through the thermal layer isn't that hard, and then 185 isn't hard either, so. I'm just gonna try and speed up the game process here. Try and get out of
Make
this.
turns for 10. Make turns for 15
Fast as that
knots.
merchant,
Maneuvering
16.
aye. Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Passing 700 feet.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Passing 800 feet.
Damage control parties. Lay to the reactors. Damage control parties. Lay to the engine room.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 069. Contact.
Passing 800 feet.
Con, maneuvering. Make
Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Con, sonar, we are cavitating. Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 400 feet.
Make turns for 17 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 500 feet. Passing 400 feet.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Passing 300 feet. Passing 200 feet. Con, dive at 1.
Alright. Pretty sure that's the submarine. So bearing 164.
Con sonar lost contact. Last bearing 141.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Come right to 163. Helm aye.
Passing 600 feet.
Con, helm, steady course.
There he is. Signature.
Con sonar new contact bearing 106. Designated Sierra 2. Con sonar.
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar. Sierra 3 is classified as biologic. Con sonar. Sierra 2 is classified as biologic.
Passing 400 feet.
Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna do a little side-to-side motion, that way I can get a better picture on where he is, where he's going. Hopefully try and destroy him. It says he's doing 1 knot, which I don't believe at all. Range is 17,000 yards. I can believe that. But I do like a better solution.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 106. Contact faded. Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
turns for 3.
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con sonar, Sierra 1.
Passing 300 feet.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1. Last. Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 167. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing.
Con, bow sonar has been damaged. Damage control parties, into the torpedo room.
I couldn't really do much there. I tried to shoot
Passing 200 feet.
but they weren't really working too well.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 2. Bearing 103.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Con sonar, regained contact on.
See where
Sierra
they-
3. Bearing
Oh,
079.
Where's your 4? There you are. Signature. You are a merchant.
Con sonar,
Look like a
Sierra
merchant.
4 is classified as merchant.
Con, bow sonar has been repaired.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 129. Contact faded.
Make turns for 10 knots.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Make turn.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Disappointed enemy submarines transporting commandos cannot be stopped. Well, we'll leave it as is for right now. We'll get on to our next mission, which will be destroying an enemy battle group.